Okay, so I was doing that one, and the machine, I ran out of time. So I'm going to try to get this done quickly so I can go to bed. I have to work tomorrow. The Cauldron of Death. Scalps. Seven Brothers Meet Dracula, which is most people don't realize this is the end of the Hammer Dracula flicks, with some other guy filling in for Christopher Lee, but really it's the last of the Hammer Draculas. Night of the Zombies. Night of the Comet. Oh, The Swarm. Is this focused even? I don't even know. The Howling 3. I didn't realize, this is mine, obviously I bought it, and it's not a video release, it's an actual theatrical release. Who knew it got a theatrical release? Humongous. Slaughterhouse Rock. Never saw this. Looks like crap. Might be good though. I don't know. Who am I to judge? And then Fuzz. Never seen this movie either, but it's got Raquel Welch in it. And Burt Reynolds and Yul Brynner. And Tom Skerritt. So maybe I'll check it out someday. In 3D, in real 3D, Playboy and the Playgirl. Bellboy and the Playgirls. Yabba Dabba Doozy. Never saw that either, but I would love to at some point. I love my 3D. Okay, Hard Rock Zombies. Okay, I know it looks dumb, but it's kind of fun. And then this one looks really cool to me. I've never seen this movie either. Vampire and the Ballerina. Ooh. Very cool. What year is this? 62. Where were you in 62? Here's Steve Miner's Sean S. Cunningham's production of House, directed by Steve Miner. So yeah, I can say it's Steve Miner's House. And then over here we have September Storm in stereo vision, which is basically 3D. This movie came out at the very end of the 3D craze, so that's why they kind of were trying to downplay the 3D and make it sound like it was something all new. I'm so glad I never got to see this movie, obviously, because it was long before I was even born. But there's going to be a Blu-ray 3D release of this eventually, so hopefully I'll get to see it then. And then we have Savage Harvest. Ooh. And over here we have City of the Walking Dead. And then we have the cheapo-rama 80s early movie Nightmare. And then the Crater Lake Monster. Run away from the Crater Lake Monster. I have two there. I have two posters here. Oops. Let's put this one back for a second. And pull the correct poster off. There we go. Okay, what's underneath? Oh, it's Hansel and Gretel. It's a kiddie matinee. It's an MGM matinee, not my Childhood Productions matinee. But I actually saw this matinee thing. It was okay. It was these little stop-motion Hansel and Gretel story. Buck Rogers. This was the pilot for the TV series in the late 70s, early 80s. And yes, I was one of the stupid people who went and saw it at the theater, not realizing it was going to be shown on primetime TV like a month or two later. And then In the Shadow of Kilimanjaro. The King of the Gimmicks, William Castle, strikes again with Bug. This was his last film. I believe it was his last film. And he was going to try to have another one of his fabulous gimmicks in it. From what I read, it was going to be kind of like windshield wipers underneath your seat that kind of rub against your legs while you're watching the movie. So you'd think that the bugs were in there getting you. Here's an adult movie called, I guess it's an adult movie. It's a nudie of some sort. Maybe it's an adult movie. Diary of a Sinner. Ooh. And then we have William Castle again, his Nightwalker, with Barbara Stanwyck and Robert Taylor. And Lloyd Bachner, too. Who else is in there? I don't know who Judith Meredith is. So, cool. And then Midway. And I made sure that my copy of Midway has the gimmick Sensorround mentioned, because there are posters out there that don't mention Sensorround. And hello, if you're going to get a Midway poster, you need to have it say Sensorround, because I love my Sensorround. Oh, I love this poster too. This is a crappy movie. Oh my god, it's so craptacularly bad. But the poster is just awesome. Night of 1,000 Cats. Oh my gosh, it's a story of this rich guy in Mexico who flies around and picks up women in a helicopter. Like, who's not going to notice that? And go, when their friend disappears, oh, I don't know, she went off with some guy in a helicopter. They're not going to be able to track him down. I mean, obviously, they would be able to. Anyway, he flies into this remote area where there's like these ruins of a monastery or something, I don't know, and he lives there with all these cats. And then he cuts off his victims' heads, puts them in jars, and then he grinds their bodies up and feeds them to the cats. Yay. Yummy. And then Damnation Alley. I saw this at the theater when I was a lad. And it was kind of a cheesy, fun movie. I remember the giant bug scene the best, and it was in something called Sound 360. Ooh. The Rescuers Down Under. I remember not buying this not too long ago, so I obviously have a second copy. Oh boy. Fear No Evil, starring Stephen Arngren, who was the little boy in Land of the Giants. There he is. Also, I believe he was the brother of Allison Arngren, who was Nellie Olson on Little House on the Prairie. This was kind of a cool little movie, if you've ever seen it. And then I have a foreign language, I think it's German, Kiss and Attack of the Phantoms. I bought this for my brother, and then he promptly gave it back when he moved, so whatever. And also for my brother, I got another Kiss and the Attack of the Phantoms. This is a Spanish language one. I'm not sure if this is Mexico or Argentina or what, but it's a smaller size poster. And then I have Nightmare on Elm Street 3, The Dream Warriors. And then Body Snatcher from Hell and Bloody Pit of Horror. Ooh, I wasn't sure I had this, but I guess I do. So yay. I'm so sorry, I'm coughing. And Babes in Toyland with Annette Funicello, Tommy Sands, Ray Bolger, and Ed Wynn. I don't know why I have this, but I do. Yay. And The Video Dead. This is a theatrical one sheet for The Video Dead, not a video one sheet. So yay. And then The Bubble. I had Fantastic Invasion of Planet Earth posted the other day. This is the original release title, The Bubble. And this was like a super cool 3D movie. It had the cheesiest special effects, but they were right in your face. It was amazing. Lieutenant Robinson Crusoe, USN. It's a Disney flick with Dick Van Dyke and Nancy Kwan. It's a re-release from '74. I think that's when I saw it. Oh, of course, Damien Omen 2. Everybody probably has a copy of this because they're cheap, because they're the most boring poster ever. Okay. Yeah, let's put a bird on there with some red highlights, and yeah, okay. Spooky. Okay. Here is The Wiz. That's not, there we go. Song of the South, I think, oh wait, before Song of the South, let's get to this. This, I don't know what this is. This is like, it's like a little, it's not folded, but it looks like it should have been folded in half. This would be the inside. This is the front and the back. It's like a little program or something, but it's like a little paper thing, and I don't know. It's just interesting. So anyway, I have that. And then we have Disney's Song of the South. I think this is the last re-release of it before they realized, oops, this is kind of inappropriate and not PC at all. So it's never been released on video or in the theaters since like the early 80s. Death Race 2000. Scanners. Wings of the Hawk in 3D. I think I have another one of these. I hope I do. I like this poster. This is cool. I love my old vintage 3D. Look at that. And then I have, speaking of 3D, I have Man in the Dark 3D with Edward O'Brien and Audrey Totter. Audrey Totter, I had never heard of her before until I started looking at my posters closely. And she's a lot of stuff in the 50s. And I thought it was always, once I realized who she was, I always thought it was kind of tragic that Audrey's first name wasn't Tater. Can you imagine Tater Totter? That would be awesome. Anyway. American Werewolf in London. Pippi on the Run. So okay. Mandingo. I think I have a couple copies of Mandingo. I'm not really sure, but I don't remember the other ones having that book on the front. Oh well. Whatever. Oh, Bayou. Bayou. Is this recording? Bayou. Bayou is, it was made in 57. It has Peter Graves and somebody named Tim Carey. And then some brilliant guy, I can't think of his name off the top of my head. Oh, God. Anyway, he bought it and re-released it under the title Poor White Trash with another, and then he also had another movie, it was called Scum of the Earth, and he bought that and he called it Poor White Trash Part 2, and he released them together, and there was like this whole big ad campaign to make it sound like they were the public, they were being banned everywhere and everything, and it was just this old movie they had kind of re-released, put a new title, and they added a couple of minutes of extra footage in there with the different actors, so you can't ever really see their faces, where there's supposedly a rape scene, or whatever. Okay, this is Andy Warhol's Dracula. This is my favorite version of the poster art for it, so yeah, I got this one. Pippi Longstocking, the original. Oh, last one, good. And this is the Tigress, a.k.a. Ilsa, Tigress of Siberia. And I was super thrilled to get this poster. And then not too long back, I got a copy that actually has the title that I wanted it to say, Ilsa, Tigress of Siberia. So this one's going to be sold eventually. But yay, I'm so glad to have... I'm glad I got that one, yay. Okay, so that is all of everything that was in box one, yay. Well, except for the stuff in this box, which are like lobby cards and Odorama cards and things like that, but whatever. Okay, bye.